These doors are made out of British Honduras mahogany. Last February, I went down to Belize and went to the jungle and actually picked the trees. They were all hurricane damaged from Hurricane Hugo. And we took them to the mill, milled them up into timbered cants, 18 inches by 12 inches, and proceeded to assemble a door. And in the process of the next couple of weeks, carved it. We carved the image of Revelation. What you're seeing is out of Revelations 12, and it's the story of the seven-headed, ten-horned dragon swirling the cosmos, knocking the stars out of the sky, attacking the Virgin Queen, Mary, prior to giving birth to Jesus, and Archangel Michael has come in, the lieutenant of God, to battle the dragon so that Jesus can be born and good can come into the world. So this is, in essence, the classic story of the battle of good and evil. And my depicting of it is unique. The story is ageless and part of all of our history. This particular rendition, though, gives an awful lot of movement and weight to the dragon. The dragon is fully animated. All different directions and angles are covered. Basically, I've got the main energy of the dragon, these two great heads coming through right here. This is how I began the piece. I sculpted this one head first. There was a point in time when only this dragon's head was on this door. And out of that particular head and line of body, this curve, this great, glorious, sensual curve, the whole piece took shape. Each other dragon head scribes the same kind of a curve, so altogether they're a harmonious oneness of art and dragon energy. But in my rendition, these two dragon heads are totally engrossed in the battle with Michael. And Michael is depicted as a warrior, fully competent, no stress in his face. He's totally relaxed in his role as battling evil. As you can imagine, he's got God on his side, so he's covered. But in any case, these two dragon heads are involved directly into the battle. One head has already been lopped off, of which Michael is standing on it, depicting and showing symbolically that the battle, maybe not won, can be fought. So he is fully involved with the battle. There's also something going on here with the back dragon coming in from the backside, kind of the dark side energy. He represents an unknown, sinister force that you haven't yet fully developed and dealt with. So we have different symbologies going on with these dragon heads. In addition, I've got this dragon over here that's literally popping out of the two-dimensional, three-dimensional page that the doors pretty much scribe. He is totally coming off the page into our space. He is dealing with you as you walk into the door space. So he is essentially forcing you to become involved with the door. This is my whole idea. I want people to enter into the symbology of the battle and the energy of the battle, so all of these dragons are participating in that sense. Symbolically, again, you have to come and literally grab the handle is the dragon's claw. You have to engage the battle to get into the door, get through the door. But in doing so, as you open the door, what happens is here you've cut another head off, basically. So now you are personally aiding the battle. You are entering in and on the side of good by going to church, mind you. And you've essentially achieved one more head gone. So now the dragon is a five-headed dragon that has to be dealt with. But that's the ongoing nature of our lives, that we're all involved in this battle, and it's an unending battle. There is no winning in sight as we know it in our time frame here. So that brings us to the next imagery of the door, and that's Mary. Mary stands above she's representing the birth of Jesus. As you can see, she's pregnant there. But in addition, she acts as a catalyst and a balance to this ongoing battle that is going on the earthly plane. She stands above it. She is giving her grace to the battle and saying it is all right, that this is the process that we live with, and that peace and harmony will reign. If we choose in our heart to rise above the battle, although we are involved in it, if we rise above it and keep our own hearts pure, we have essentially won the battle. And that's the symbolism of Mary there. Her arms are outstretched. She's balancing both good and evil and saying it's all the way of the world. So behind Mary, these rays coming out are depicting the sun's rays. The vision of John, which is the story of Revelation, depicts Mary as having the sun's rays behind her. So I tried to catch that symbolism here in the door by those rays coming out. She's also mimics the depicting of the Virgin of Guadalupe, which is part of that same vision storyline. So in a sense, South America and that culture and Central America, which is so strong in the Catholic Church, is represented here by the Mary Guadalupe imagery. As we progress up the door, we've got the dome of heaven and earth, separating heaven and earth. And in heaven, so on earth, the battle is being waged. The angels that are there are shown participating with their little swords. They're all part of the battle zone. And this little musical angel is bringing in the troops, alerting the fact that everybody has to become involved. So it's a fully dynamic rendition of the battle of good and evil, Revelations 12. Exterior side of the door, it is an interior door, which lends itself to historical perspective. It will stay around undamaged in an interior environment forever. The door will be used primarily for ceremonial purposes, in the sense you don't have to open this door every time you go to church. You just have to symbolically go by it. So you enter the church on both sides of the door. This will be used for ceremonial purposes, maybe 4 or 5 times a year, in processionals and whatnot. It's going into St. Mary's Catholic Church in Boise, Idaho, which is a reconstruction of an old church into a cathedral. So these are the St. Mary's Cathedral doors, carved in Belize, brought to Central Oregon, finished here, and now are going to get transported to Boise, Idaho to be installed. This is the last hurrah and hallelujah. The project is done. On the inside, we'll go